And look, 0000.
Right, because I know the Wicklow County Council, when they looked in, it wasn't actually an Irish Water pump in there, it was just a Wicklow County Council one.
Yeah, it was, yeah. It was an old meter.
We should reverse now. I know that normally your water bills are about 75, 80 a quarter, and that's because you make the odd cup of tea, and when you're feeling very frisky, you'll flush the toilet even. Yeah. So that's a normal price. But then last October, that changed a little bit. You got to when you notice the water gushing.
Well, we saw it gushing from this point here. And we rang Irish Water straight away, and they kind of came back and said, oh yeah, are you sure it's gushing? And we said, yeah. So they said they'd send somebody out. 3 or 4 days later, Wicklow County Council came out. Right. They dug up the pavement, as you can see, so it was obviously quite a major leak. Yeah. And then that didn't fix it, and then they dug up the pavement again. So over 2 or 3 days they were working on it, and they eventually fixed it. Right. And so they obviously just repaired the pipes and didn't replace the meter. Maybe the meter was faulty. Maybe that's why it was leaking. We'll never know.
And all was good until March this year, when a bill arrived for 1,080
euro. Yeah.
Holy
Shocking.
mackerel.
So we sent them a cheque for 75. We said we wouldn't pay it because we reported the leak. Yeah. And they weren't fast enough in getting out and stop the water wastage. So well, we just sent off our regular cheque to them. And then we thought, okay, all's good. Then I rang them again and I said, what's the story?
Sure, they're aware of the problem.
Yeah, I rang them and told them, I said, look, we're not paying this, you know. And it's not our fault that the water was wasted. And blah, blah, blah. And then they kind of said, okay, we'll send out an engineer, you know, we need to see the start point of the meter over a week and the finish point to see if there is a leak. And they said they'd send out an engineer, so I imagined that they would get back to us, which they never did. Right.
Now the next bill that arrives is 1,800.
No, the next one that arrived was 908.
Oh, 908, but added to right.
There was still 1,000 outstanding.
There you go.
So the next one, so the whole bill was like 1,900.
Right.
And the next one there, I saw, oh my God, 900, maybe we still have a leak. So I called out on Facebook, could a plumber help us to walk through the building?
This Leon Meehan.
And Leon Meehan turned up, fair play to him. Thank you, Leon. And so we walked through the building, there were no leaks, and then we came out and we opened the meter, and there's the water meter, old water, Wicklow County Council water meter, sitting on top of the repaired pipes. Right. And so the bill was just estimated, but they estimated it for 900 quid when our normal usage was 770, you know.
You have to think, like, you know, even just to imagine, like, what sort of, you know, unless you're a water park, the idea you'd be spending like 900 euro worth of water is just a little bit sort of ludicrous. So I would imagine it's an automated machine going on the last bill, sort of took a jump and said, oh, do you know what, if they spent 1,080 the last time, they probably spent 900 this time. Yeah. Now, well, I was talking to the guy, you know, Irish Water, because eventually, you know, after trying to reach out to them on Facebook and phoning them and everything, I got a phone call back on Monday or Tuesday was, I think. And they said, oh yeah, now they're aware of it, they're aware of the situation, and that they'll come out and fit a new meter, and that they'll re-estimate our bills and credit us for that amount. But what terrified us is normally a lot of people sign up by direct debit, you know. Sure. And I'm all of a sudden you'd be unaware completely. I know that I was talking to Sandra, who's in Greystones and Select Interiors, and she's going through a similar thing where she's got a bill close to 2,000, and it makes no sense at all, and she's trying to figure out what are they saying, what are they doing. And obviously there's glitches in all sorts of systems, especially when they're new and they're setting them up and all the rest. But it should be pretty obvious immediately when something's not right, you know. And certainly bills of that size. So we'll head in now with all the noise, but like bills of that size should be obvious to them. Oh, that can't be right.
Years ago, when we were dealing with Wicklow County Council, we did have a leak. We had a little garden area in there, and there was a rusty old tap, and that was dribbling. It was dribbling over a period of months, you know, and we didn't realise, because whoever had done the repairs and it had hung the drain, the hose into the downpipe, so it didn't actually leak.
So you never see it anywhere, right?
It leaked into the downpipe. Yeah. But we negotiated with Wicklow County Council, you know, not realising that we were using the water, but we paid most of that bill. They gave us a little bit of a discount.
I presume
Wicklow County Council came to us, Paul, at that stage, and they said, you have a leak on the premises, you wanted to get it checked. They came and they told us that we had a leak.
And that's the thing you do.
You know?
You don't sort of say, we'll wait till it runs up a huge bill, and then you can get the shock of your life. Now I presume you've turned off all the jacuzzis now and the fountains. I know you had a waterfall feature, which was sort of like a thing you'd bathe in the morning. That's all gone.
Recycled water.
That's all right then, that's okay. So hopefully, I know that in during the week that the Irish Water people said they were on the case and they were going to figure it out.
So a meter now.
Right, so they must know that, well, this wasn't what they thought it was.
Well, they did respond to me now after like 4 or 5 months. Right. Since March, you know, the first phone call I got from them was the other day. You know, and other times, you know, I thought that they'd at least send us an updated letter or a phone call or something.
Certainly when something's out of whack like that and they know it's going to be a shock, they can't. I mean, I guess, as I said, it must be literally an automated machine is just sending out this information. Nobody's looking at it as a human being.
They're all smart meters now, aren't they? They can just read them But the guy from Irish Water did say that it was computer generated estimation.
There you go, that's it. I would think too that, as you say, you guys are alert, you sort of notice these things. There's people in situations who are just not, they're elderly or whatever, they wouldn't know what's going on.
And I felt when
it would take a long time for them to figure out the problem and why.
Totally. Imagine a little old lady and I'm sitting on her own and she gets up with a bill, 900 quid.
Sure.
You know, like, you'd be terrified.
And it would be hard to prove, pretty much like what did happen during those 2 or 3 months. Did you use that much water? Did you try to drown somebody or
cafes and stuff like that? All of a sudden, 1,200 now instead of 200. And
so you're pretty confident it'll be sorted now. They do seem to be aware, and I think the fact that it's a public story as well would give them reason to sort this properly and not just put you on the long finger.
The power of social media again. The fact that it kind of went viral. That post that I put up on Facebook. It was shared like 100 odd times.
Right.
And it came to their attention obviously because I didn't tag them in it.
Yeah.
And so then they responded on Facebook. Oh, can you message us? And I did.
Right.
I tried to.
Yeah.
I couldn't, and I told her I couldn't, but they never responded there. And any of the phone calls were totally unanswered. So anyway, that's the first outreach I've had from them.
Great. Well, I'm glad that it basically seems to be sorted, which is a huge thing. But also, it would just give other people, pause to think. Well, because it's a change of system and a changeover, that there probably are some cases like that. I mentioned Sandra in Greystones, where just a glitch just sends people off into the.
Hopefully, they are glitches, and that's not going to be actually the cost of
trying
water,
to push it. Yeah, there you go.
Because as it is, Paul, when you look, like our bill is 70 quid. The actual water usage is €12 for 3 months. The rest is 24 for water supply, 24 for
maintenance,
water
removal,
being
part
then
of
standing charge. So basically, our water costs us 12 quid a quarter.
And yes, you're going to be paying 75, 80, and that's
exactly. Everybody's going to be paying that.
Sure.
Those standing charges apply to everybody.
Well, a happy ending, and we'll keep an eye on. I'm going to get in touch with Sandra and see how that goes as well. But
anyway, we have a meter in place now. We'll keep an eye on it.
Rock and roll.